today I just wanted to go over some things that I would do differently if I were to go back in time. So like maybe 9 months ago when I first started all this chicken business, and what I would do differently to save money and save headaches and whatnot. So let's get on with it. The first thing I would do differently is that I would build this coop and not that one. That's the smaller coop, and it actually cost hundreds more than this one did, paint and all. And yeah, start big. It's okay to have a coop that's bigger than what you need, but smaller doesn't work. You'll end up having to make another coop and then wishing you hadn't made the first one. Second thing I would do differently is I would buy exactly the chickens that I need and want from the beginning. It's like these reds, I bought 6 of these reds because that's what was available. There was no Tractor Supply chicken days going on or anything like that. So I went to a local feed store and that's all they had. So that's what I got. I was impatient. Well, turns out they only lay brown eggs, obviously. And we came to realize that we wanted multiple colored eggs, different breeds of birds. So I went and got, when it was chick days, I got more birds, but they don't mix well, especially since these guys are several months older. You see this right here? She's going to mess with them. They're just not mixing as a flock. The red ones dominate, they're bullies, and they don't sleep in the same coop. The red ones are used to the yellow coop. Yeah, that's where they go at night. It'd be nice if they could all get along and go into this coop and then I could sell the yellow one, but that's not happening. So I'm afraid if I do sell the yellow coop, these guys will terrorize the others in this coop at night, and I don't want that to happen, so I'm stuck. So the second thing I would do differently, I would buy all the chickens I want. I would wait for chick days and buy all the ones that I want, all the different breeds, research the egg colors and get all the ones I want from the beginning. And I'd buy a few extras, because out of 14 chickens that I got from Tractor Supply, 2 turned out to be roosters. So that's a 1 in 7 risk. Not too bad, but buy a few extras, so if a couple do turn out to be roosters, you can get rid of them and you still have the number you want. And if they all turn out to be chickens and you don't need that many, then give away a few or sell them. So yeah, second thing, I would buy exactly the chickens I want, multiple breeds. I would wait until they were available. Maybe buy them online, but probably not. I just don't want to risk that. Third thing I would do differently is I would not have bought netting. I had a bunch of netting over this and it was a nightmare. Trying to keep it up, cost a few $100. My fear was hawks, because I did see a few hawks and trees up here. But I've never had a hawk attack in the last 8 or 9 months that I've been doing this. And I did watch on another YouTuber's channel that black chickens can keep hawks away. They think they're crows or something. And the guy swears by it, that he had a hawk problem until he got black chickens and then no more hawks. So I did get a few black chickens. One turned out to be a rooster, so I had to get rid of him, so I'm down to 1. So yeah, I would have a few, maybe 3 black chickens, Langshans, or one of the other breeds, and not worry about netting and not waste my money on it, and all the headaches that it entails. And if that didn't work and the hawks were still getting them, even if I had black chickens around, then yeah, I guess I'd have to go with netting or something else. But as it is, I'm having 0 hawk problems, 0 predators of any kind. So yeah, we're good to go. But we do have hawks in the area, that's for sure. So that's the third thing. I would not buy netting. Number 4, I wouldn't buy chickens at different interval, or maybe research them a little more to find out whether or not one breed is more dominant and bullying than another breed, and if so, don't buy them early, buy them later. See what's happening here? The red one goes into the coop, and the others scatter. And it just ain't right. I don't like that. Okay, anyway. They take their treats. It's not fun. So yeah, if you can have a dominant breed, make them the youngest, so that they don't dominate. The others will have size on them, and then I just wouldn't buy them at different times anymore. Just get them all at once and let them grow all at the same time, all used to each other from babies. You know, I think the fourth thing I would do differently is the way I raise these guys. See, the red ones, I can walk all around them, pet them and everything. They're really docile, and I think that's maybe the breed, but I think it's because when they were little, I had them right next to me, next to my computer. It kind of got a little stinky. I had to, you know, clean it out a few times a week, but I think it'd be worth it if I just did them all like that, because the second group I got, I put them in the garage, checked on them, but they weren't raised right next to me, and they're skittish. They won't let me come anywhere near them. So I'd raise them the way I raised the red ones when they're chicks, and that is put them in dog cages and put them on a table right next to me when I'm working on other things on the computer and whatnot, and then they'd be more docile around me, and that's kind of what I want. It's nice to have chickens that are also pets rather than just running from me all the time. Anyway, these are the things I'd do differently if I were to go back in time and start this over. I hope somebody gets some insight out of this. Take care.